Moving now to West Asia. Gaza's Civil Defence Agency and hospitals said on Wednesday that more than 100 people were killed in a series of Israeli airstrikes across the Palestinian territory. Meanwhile, Israel said the strikes targeted 30 senior commanders of the militant groups in Gaza and were carried out in response to what it called ceasefire violations by Hamas. The Israeli military said on Wednesday it had reinstated the Gaza ceasefire after carrying out a series of strikes on dozens of militant targets. The previous day, according to the Civil Defence Agency, Israeli strikes hit multiple areas across Gaza late on Tuesday and continued into early Wednesday. Local health authorities said dozens were killed, while rescue workers searched through debris to pull survivors from damaged buildings. Witnesses reported heavy bombardments in Gaza City and Khan Yunis.
We were reading the news about Netanyahu's threats and the attacks on Gaza. And then the attack happened right at our house. The roof fell on us. Our neighbors came and pulled us from under the rubble. Me, my wife, my daughters, my sons, and my wife's father.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered what he called forceful strikes, that after accusing Hamas of breaching the US-brokered ceasefire. Israel's defense minister said Hamas had crossed a bright red line by attacking Israeli soldiers in southern Gaza. An Israeli military spokesperson said the assault took place east of the Yellow Line, a zone under Israeli control within Gaza under the ceasefire deal. The military later confirmed that a reservist soldier was killed during the clash. Israeli media reported that his engineering unit was ambushed by gunmen who emerged from tunnels and fired rocket-propelled grenades in Rafah. Earlier, Netanyahu also accused Hamas of violating ceasefire terms related to the return of hostages' remains, saying the body handed over by Hamas belonged to a soldier killed in the October 7, 2023 attacks and not a missing hostage. Hamas denied involvement in the attack that killed the Israeli soldier, insisting it remains committed to the ceasefire. The group's armed wing, the Al-Qassam Brigades, initially said it would hand over the body of a missing hostage found in a Gaza tunnel, but later postponed the exchange, accusing Israel of violating the truce with renewed strikes. US President Donald Trump said nothing would jeopardize the ceasefire, but added that Israel had the right to hit back when its soldiers were attacked.
No, nothing's going to jeopardize. You have to understand, Hamas is a very small part of peace in the Middle East, and they have to behave. They're on the rough side, but they said they would be good, and if they're good, they're going to be happy, and if they're not good, they're going to be terminated. Their lives will be terminated, and they understand that.
The latest escalation marked a major test for the Trump-brokered truce, which aimed to end 2 years of conflict and reopen dialogue between the two sides. The strikes came nearly 3 weeks after the US-backed ceasefire came into effect, halting 2 years of fighting sparked by Hamas-led attacks on Israel in October of 2023. Since then, both sides have traded accusations of violating the truce. The return of hostages and recovery of remains have become central sticking points in continued efforts to maintain the ceasefire as well. Renewed tensions have put the fragile ceasefire at risk. Both sides continue to trade accusations as uncertainty grows over the future of the truce. We will continue to keep a track on what happens next.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.